It's the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160 and 101.1 FM, 12 minutes after 9 o'clock on this Friday morning, and our conversation with the Midwinter Mayhem folks, brought to you by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Heather Marcozzi's with us. Paul Myers is with us. Heather, if anybody ever says Heather Marcozzi around Indiana in the morning, we know we're talking about wrestling.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, so there's a big tournament coming this weekend, huh?
Yes, there is. It's a 3-day tournament.
3-day tournament starting
today at 12:30. Wrestling begins. We have 2 days of high school wrestling today and tomorrow. The finals will be at 4 p.m. tomorrow. And Sunday, we have youth and junior high wrestlers coming in to show what they have.
Yeah. Paul Myers, good morning to you.
Morning. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming in. This is a big deal, isn't it?
Yeah. Definitely a big deal, especially to us.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we think, Heather, the Flow Nationals, they come in the springtime, and we always anticipate that. But this in the middle of winter.
Yep.
This is really cool.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely something special. We've been planning this for a long time, so we're super excited to get it underway.
Mm-hmm. So how does it come together? How does the idea germinate, and then pulling it all together it has to be pretty challenging.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I kind of approached Heather last year around this time, and we brainstormed the idea, and she's like, make it happen. So I sent out a lot of invites to teams all over the state. Got at least one team from every district coming in to wrestle with us in the varsity tournament. A lot of research, a lot of planning, a lot of communication with coaches, logistics. I mean, it takes a lot behind the scenes that people don't really realize, but we're here and it's done. So
I'm thinking, and it's just me because I'm not involved as much in the wrestling community, but I'm thinking that coming at this time of the year, with states coming up down the road, that for a high school wrestling coach, getting the chance to come together for a big tournament like this is really a great thing.
Yeah, I mean, especially right after the new year, it kind of gets, you just had a little bit of a break. Some teams don't wrestle for a couple weeks, so they get to come in here and see what they got against a lot of high caliber athletes. So it'll show them some holes, get them prepared for the postseason, but it also helps whenever they're at the regional tournament in states and stuff like that. You might see a guy here that you match up with down there, so it's a good learning curve for them. Yeah,
Heather, we've always talked about the quality of wrestlers that come here to Indiana when there is a big tournament, and especially at the Kovalchick Complex.
Yes.
And as Paul said, this is really a great chance for these wrestlers to sort of go to school on other wrestlers that they might not get a chance to see until now.
Absolutely, and different styles throughout the state, and we have a few other states attending, so they'll get to see some serious competition.
Yeah, and top flight wrestlers. That's the thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So, is there one or two guys that either of you are really getting an eye on? You really want to see wrestle?
Yeah, I mean there's a one bracket. Well, there's a bunch of brackets, but one out-of-state guy that I'm really looking to see is the kid from Penfield at 160. He's Cooper Cropman. He's a state runner-up. So I'm kind of excited to see how a few of our state qualifiers match up with a New York State runner-up. And then you have your Eric Gibson, you have Jackson Arrington. I'm excited to see the 126 bracket unfold because the top 4 seeds there all placed in the same bracket as states. Last year, one was a state champ, Jackson Arrington from Forest Hills, and then you had the 5th, 7th, and 8th placers right behind them in the same bracket. So pretty excited to see how that unfolds.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. So, Heather, give me an idea, scheduling-wise. What's happening today, and then take me forward through the tournament. Or maybe, Paul, you
actually, I'll give this one to Paul.
So, wrestling begins at 12:30 today, so we'll run through a lot of the earlier rounds. The quarterfinals will start probably right around the 6 o'clock time frame. Once parents get off work, they can drive in and see their guys. I would imagine I'll approximate the wrestling would end between 8 and 9 tonight, and then we're back in here. Wrestling starts at 9:30 tomorrow with or 10 o'clock tomorrow with the blood round, and then the placement rounds, the semifinals will begin around 11. And we'll tear down. We'll set up a nice stage for action, and finals will begin right around 4.
Oh, it's going to be great stuff. I'll tell you what, though, boys and girls, you want to get there early because you've got wrestling happening in the Ed Fry Arena. at the same time that Reza, the illusionist, is going to be in the Toretti Auditorium.
Yes.
So get there, get parked as close as you can. Thankfully, the weather's going to cooperate, so even if you do have to walk a bit, you're going to be able to get in there with no problem. But it really is, that place is going to be on fire tonight.
Yeah, tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah, just good stuff. So for folks who want to go, obviously they can get tickets at the box office when they get there. But
They get tickets at the tables, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you do want to get there early and avoid a line.
Avoid the lines.
Yeah. And then just enjoy a whole night of wrestling.
Great high school wrestling.
Yeah. Heather, we talk about wrestling here in Indiana County a lot.
Yes, we do.
And Paul, of course, you've got the McCourt Crushers wrestling pool on there.
Yep.
So you're involved with Bishop McCourt Wrestling.
Yep, I'm the head coach there.
Yeah. So you get around the region. You see where the best wrestlers are around District 6. And obviously District 6 will be represented. Mm-hmm. Tell me about some of the wrestlers from this area, how they compare with wrestlers from other regions, Western PA, the rest of PA.
I mean, the Southwest region, when you're talking about District 6, the WPIAL, we got a couple of District 5 teams, 9 and 10, which isn't too far. I mean, that's the 5, 6, 7 region. I mean, that's a showcase of Pennsylvania wrestling. So we got quite a few teams from District 7, a few teams from District 5 and 6. So the Southwest region is definitely well represented. Yeah. And it's going to be nice to see. I mean, I kind of know just because being around, but it'll be nice for a lot of the people outside to see how the western side of the state wrestles compared to the eastern side of the state, because they do have different styles. Yeah,
and that's an interesting point. I'm sure you get a chance to see it when you go to Hershey, but now it's coming here to Indiana, so that's a big deal. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep.
Schedule begins today at what time?
12:30.
12:30 this afternoon at the Kovalchick Complex. Go over, see some great high school wrestling action. Thanks for coming in, both of you.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160, 101.1 FM. Heather, you wanted to mention some sponsors. She's reaching down to get her list.
Yes, I did. We have a lot of sponsors and people that have helped support our event that I just wanted to mention. We have My House Sports Gear in the arena with us this weekend. They have singlets, T-shirts, sweatshirts, you name it, they have it. Allstate, CBM Business Machines, Rockfin Wrestling, Ultimate Subs, 9th Street Deli here in Indiana, The Coney, Eaton Park, Giant Eagle, the Hilton Garden Inn, Luxembourg's, Philly Street Station, the Ramada by Wyndham, Spaghetti Benders, Wendy's, and AAU Wrestling have all helped this happen.
There you go. Very good. Thank you both again.
Yeah, thank you.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160 and 101.1 FM. Kevin Laser from CareerLink next.